my lovelies. Happy new week to you. How are you? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. This reading I'm doing today, if you've never been here before, is a reading for all of the signs. And I do it once a week, usually on a Monday or a Tuesday. I'm doing this on a Monday, but it's going to come out early in the morning on a Tuesday. So good morning to you. And I've got 12 decks here. I'm going to read from each of these decks for each of the signs. And then I'm going to mark everything down below in the description. So you can just scroll this video and find out what it is, that you need for the energies that you're looking for. I'm just going to ask you to please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. If that's all you're doing, you really don't have any idea what's going on, because the sun sign is just your personality. What influences your personality is your moon and your rising. So natal charts are free everywhere. And if you go and get your natal chart, even if you don't have your exact time of birth, you can just use AM or PM if you were born in the morning or in the evening, and you should be able to get your information that way. So I'm here to read from these 12 decks, and if you've never been here before, welcome. I hope that you will be in the comments. We like to be in the comments around here. There's a subscription button down the bottom right-hand corner if you are interested in staying and joining this tribe. For those of you who are the ride or die, this is the reason that I come back. I come back to do this reading for you. So thank you for joining the tribe if that's what you're going to do. And then the last things last, please don't forget that there's a sale on right now on private reads. So the way I do private reads is changing just a little bit. First of all, I'm still doing private reads via pre-recorded videos. And if you'd like to do that, there is a coupon code in the pinned comment below this video. It's at the top of all the comments. There's a coupon code there and a link to Hipsy. Now, if you've already booked with me once before on Wizio, you already do have a username and a password for Hipsy. And follow that link, use your username and password, and you'll be able to get in that way. This is going to give you 10% off of any of my readings between now and the end of April, which is the 30th at midnight. So you have to book before the midnight on the 30th of April. For those of you who are interested in connecting with me face-to-face through video, through chat, or through phone calls, you can do that as well. And there also is a sale for that. There is 75% off the first 10 minutes that you spend with me live. So if you would like to do a reading that way, then please do take a look. All right, that's all I have to say. Let's get to it. Let's find out what's going on. And we will start with Aries, of course. Aries will bring us in. Let's find out what's going on with Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries. What does Aries need to know, please? Tell me about Aries. We've got the Moon card. Maybe something you're not quite sure about this week, Aries. Tell me about the Moon card. Feels like you're deep in your feelings about something here, possibly. We do have the 10 of Wands, so it's weighing very heavily on you. So there is something that it's like you don't trust it, or it's something that you feel like it's probably not what it seems. Maybe you're just not trusting the intuition, but it feels like you feel very deeply about it, and that it is weighing quite heavily on you here. I think that you just want to drop these burdens here. We've got the 3 of Swords, but you know that if you just drop it, if you investigate it, or if you move toward this moon energy here to figure out what it is, I feel like you're scared that whatever you see in the moon energy is going to be heartbreaking or disappointing. And I think that's why you continue to carry it around and not really take action. We've got the High Priestess energy. So your intuition is what's been telling you. It's sort of like your intuition is very deep, and I think that you are listening to it, but I also feel like the moon energy is between the moon energy and the High Priestess energy is giving me this energy that you think that you know how this ends. I think I know what's going to happen if I decide to drop these burdens of deep emotion. It feels like they're making you deeply emotional. If I drop these burdens, if I just drop it, end it, it's going to break somebody's heart, mine or somebody else's here. Tell me why the moon energy is here. What's in the moon energy here? Because whatever's in the moon energy is what you're really weighing down by. Tell me. I'll take this, take that, and I'll take that. Put the other here. So what's weighing heavy on you here is that there is some sadness, and it feels like it could be in some sort of a relationship or in the home life, possibly. It feels like there's some regrets, something that you could have done, should have done, and you didn't do it. It feels like it's leading to some sort of end of a chapter of some kind here. It feels like the reason that you haven't confronted whatever is in the moon energy is because you feel like it's going to be heartbreaking and possibly might bring something to an end. The thing is that I feel like there is, when the world card shows up, there's not much you can do about that. All you can do is react or respond. And I feel like you're feeling regretful about the Four of Wands. Now, it is giving me the energy of home life, or we used to be stable and now we're not. Feels like that sort of energy. Tell me what else I need to know. It feels like you have this intuitive feeling that this might end. It might end because this person might see me investigating in the moon energy as being aggressive. If I say something, this person might see me as aggressive. And that's really not what you're trying to do. I feel like it feels like something does need to be said, and you will say it. I think that you will. Whatever it is that's hiding in the moon energy has been weighing heavy on you. And so I think that you're going to speak about some sort of emotion. But it does feel like it has to do with the family or the home or the way things have been going in some sort of a stable relationship up till now. It feels like the Knight of Wands energy is, the Knight of Swords energy is kind of, I'm just going to throw it out there and say it, but I'm going to try and say it in the kindest and softest way I know how. But it definitely must be said, because I feel like you've been holding it under the surface for a while. I'm just looking really closely, and it looks like the High Priestess actually has tears. So I feel like you're keeping something quiet in order to keep the peace, Aries. We've got, what's this with all the knights here? So I'm going to say that whatever you're about to do is very brave. I feel like you're bringing something from the bottom to the top. It feels like you want to talk about something. Your intuition is telling you it's time to say it. And it does feel like you're being very brave. But this is, understand that you're preparing yourself about this situation. But the person who receives the words from you is going to see it as an act of aggression. They're going to see it as you being aggressive, you being brave. I feel like they're going to see you as someone who is not really sure of themselves or not really sure what to say. We have the Ten of Pentacles. It could definitely be a place of work. It could definitely be a relationship. But I feel like the Ten of Pentacles is telling me that we might need to have a talk about money, about the house, about the way we're splitting up bills. It could be the mortgage. Can we still pay the mortgage? Like, it feels like the Ten of Pentacles is like, we need to talk about where the money's coming from, how we're going to disperse it. It could be that as well. For some of you, it also could be that we need to talk about, is this the long-term thing? Is this really going to work out the way I want it to? Tell me what the outcome is, please. I think that the reason you want to have the conversation, Aries, is because you do want this to last forever. I feel like you feel like if I say something and I say it in a kind way, then I feel like this could be, long lasting, like legacy. But it feels like somebody's going to see you as being kind of aggressive with your words, with your energy, and a little bit unstable. Like, they're not going to feel very stable within the energy. Either they're not going to believe you, or they're not going to take you seriously. That's what it feels like here. Tell me what the outcome is. We've got the Ace of Wands. That's your energy, Aries. We've got the Seven of Wands. And we've got the King of Cups. So it does feel like you've been holding something under the surface. And it's, the energy that you're giving whoever is in the Four of Wands with you, the energy that you're giving that person is very defensive energy. Very defensive emotional energy. It feels like somebody's withholding their energy. So maybe it's you, maybe it's them. Somebody's withholding emotions. I'm not really talking to you. I'm not really touching you like I used to. We're not holding hands. Like, it feels like somebody is holding back their emotions, feeling very defensive about, I don't really know what I should do at this point. It feels like the Ace of Wands is like, you don't want them to get the wrong idea. You don't want them to get the wrong idea that this is like a brand new beginning, because there's lots of things that need to be spoken about first. So you don't want to cover it up with passion, is what I'm saying. You don't want them to think, oh, everything's fine, and it's really not fine. At least not with you anyway. Tell me what's around the corner for Aries. We've got the the 9 of Wands in the reverse. We've got the Hanged Man, and we've got the Queen of Cups. So I feel like you're going to pause, reserve yourself, or pull back possibly, and it does feel like get a perspective of sorts. It feels like here. The 9 of Wands tells me that you're tired of carrying around or being weighted down by whatever is really deeply emotional for you. You need to speak your emotions here. And this could be somebody that you already know that's in your family, but it could also be a spouse. It could be somebody that maybe you're going to ask to move in with you. Take it as it resonates for you. We've got the Knight of Coins. Not all 4 knights are out. So this, I feel like you're going to stay in this energy of the Hanged Man for a bit here, for a little while, before you decide to speak as kindly and compassionately as you possibly can, while being absolutely truthful and retaining your integrity. Like, it feels like it's really important to you that this person knows that I am emotionally intelligent and I'm not losing my shit on them. I am just purely just wanting to communicate about a situation that I feel needs balance and healing. And so there we go. The King of Swords is here. So that's what it feels like here. The King of Swords is like you just want to be honest. Why has everything stalled? Why have we stopped? Why are you holding back from me? Or why am I holding back? But it feels like the King of Swords here and the Temperance energy is telling me that something needs to be healed. Make sure that you're going to say it in a healing way, because it could, this person could take things the wrong way. And if you don't care, then you don't care. It's totally up to you, right? We've got Scorpio energy. Got Virgo, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. Got some more Pisces energy. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, more Pisces. Look, it's very intuitive energy. Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer. It feels like we're dealing in a lot of emotions. So this could go sideways really easily. So be aware of that. We also have Pisces and Cancer. So lots and lots of water energy here, Aries. All right. Talk about the birthday babies. Happy birthday, Taurus. We are officially in Taurus season. Let's talk about you. Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me when your birthday is in the comments. I want to be able to say happy birthday to you so we can celebrate it together. I am your Taurus Sun sister. Let's find out what's going on here. Tell me about Taurus. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What is coming up this week? Next 7 days, please, for Taurus. What's coming up in the next 7 days for Taurus? Some of you might be having birthday celebrations in the next 7 days, right? We have the 10 of Pentacles. Tell me why the 10 of Pentacles is here. It feels like you're bringing together a group of people that you really love. So whether it's a family, I was just saying that before I threw the card, right? That it's probably going to be like a week of celebrations for some of you. But it feels like you are bringing everybody together under one roof, everybody who is part of your legacy, parents, children, grandchildren, nieces, nephews, whoever that is to you, sisters, brothers, mom and dad. Got a couple of dogs here in the picture. So it feels like the legacy group is coming together, possibly to celebrate you. We do have the Sun energy here, which is really positive and breaking through its growth, its solar return, right? Essentially. And so we're talking about the Sun, your Sun sign, right? Solar return here. We have got the Queen of Pentacles. And we've got the Temperance card. Look, this looks like a really beautiful week for you here. It feels like whatever the 10 of Pentacles is, and it doesn't have to be family for all of you, because really the 10 of Pentacles is legacy. This could be a party happening at work. This could be maybe you finally get the raise, or maybe you've got tenure now. Maybe you're having a birthday, and because you've been here for a certain amount of time, you're getting some tenure and a raise or a promotion. So it doesn't always have to be about the family situation if that doesn't fit your scenario, but as a general reading. So I try and read as many scenarios as I can. So we do have the Sun. Look, I feel like this is going to be a really exciting week with a lot of clarity and happiness. I feel like you're going to be celebrated whether your birthday happens this week or not. We've got the Queen of Pentacles, and that is somebody who is multiplying things. So I feel like the Sun is here to amplify. The Queen of Pentacles is here to multiply, and then Temperance is here for stability and healing things and coming to realizations. No more going back and forth. It's the moment of alchemy where everything comes together. So it feels like for some of you, you could be in groups of people, right? We've got the 6 of Pentacles here. Tell me about the 10 Pentacles. What does this represent, please? Got Leo energy here, Sagittarius as well, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. Tell me about the 10 Pentacles. What does this represent here for Taurus? We've got Justice. So some of you are going to get justice in some sort of a payout, windfall. Maybe it's family money. Somebody might gift you some money. Feels like there is some sort of restoration of your finances coming through, possibly. And with the Sun next to the 10 of Pentacles, that's really a lot of energy or a lot of money or a lot of people coming together for one cause. Like it feels like you are the one. Maybe you're the matriarch or the patriarch, right? Maybe you're the person who's the person who has all of, maybe you got a lot of children who have also had a lot of children who have had a few children. Like it feels like legacy, right? Tell me more. We've got the Hierophant energy. And we've got the 9 of Swords. So it does feel like the 10 of Pentacles is something that you have built out of your, I'm going to say your ability to stay solid, to stay in a solid structure, to do the right thing, to be a good representative for others in your life. It feels like, though, under the surface, there's a little bit of worry here. I just want to know what that is. It looks like under the surface, there's a bit of worry. So I think on the surface, people are seeing the Hierophant, which is the person who has it all together, the spiritual teacher, the one who has built the legacy for everybody. And it feels like, you know, this is a really good time of you getting your justice. It's like everything's being restored. It's like everything you've built comes together in one place. So why do we have the 9 of Swords here then? We have the 6 of Wands. We have the Magician. And we have the Page of Swords. I think it's you wondering, did I reach my peak? Have I reached the peak? You know, I'm home. I have this, I have the victory. I have the celebration. I have success. I have all the tools that I need. Is there anything left for me to learn? I feel. So I feel like even though it sounds so totally Taurus, right? Even though you have accomplished much, Taurus, you're like, okay, but is this it? Have I peaked? Is there anything left for me to learn here? Tell me more about Taurus, please. What else do we need to know? We have the Star in the reverse. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the 5 of Wands. It feels as though you fight within yourself and you're wondering, have I given enough? It feels like, have I invested enough? Have I given enough? And it feels like because it's next to the 10 of Pentacles, it's like maybe it's because it's your birthday, that you're sort of, you know, we all do this, I guess. We sort of look back. What have I built up to here? This is another year that I'm heading into. What else do I need to learn? What else do I need to think about, explore, be curious about? Is there anything I've left on the table in terms of my tools? So I feel like it's the Star in the reverse is telling me that you feel, with the Ace of Pentacles, that you feel like you haven't invested enough. Maybe you feel like you haven't invested enough in your family. Like, I mean, financially, maybe you don't have enough in trust. Maybe you haven't been able to give them all down payments for houses. Like, it feels like you're feeling like not enough, even though, look, you're the Hierophant. You've done a lot. Stop it. Just stop it. Tell you about the 5 of Wands, one more card. We've got the Judgment card. So you're judging yourself. Stop it, Taurus. You're judging yourself. And I feel like you're judging your heart. We've got the heart and the feather, right? And I think that's biblical. The heart and the feather. It's like no man can enter the gates of heaven unless his heart is measured by next to that of a feather, right? And so your heart has to be light in order for you to get into the gates of heaven. It's like you're in this nostalgic energy, and you're thinking, have I done enough? You're judging yourself, and I think you need to stop it, because I feel like you have, whatever it is that you've grown here, whether this is, maybe you have no kids, and maybe you have built yourself a reputation in your work world, right? Maybe you've got a reputation, and you've built a lot of financial wealth in the workplace. It could be that as well. Reputation as well can be the 10 of Pentacles. So it doesn't necessarily have to be children or family or whatever I'm talking about first of all here. But the Ace of Pentacles is telling me that you're beating yourself up with the Judgment card here, judging yourself. Have I done enough? Have I done enough? Could I be more? Should I? Should I explore more tools? Have I used all the tools that I have? Am I out of tricks? Is there no more tricks in the hat? Tell me what the outcome is for Taurus, please. We have the Knight of Wands, we have the Ace of Wands in the reverse, and we have the Devil. So the Devil with the Ace of Wands in the reverse is telling me that, again, it feels like you feel as though you've still got more things to explore, or that you have not, like you've yet go out on the path where you really thrive, where you really have excitement, where you're very creative, where the creative juices flow. And I think that's where you're going next, Taurus. It feels like where you're going next is exploring, being curious, exploring the Ace of Wands. It's in the reverse right now because it feels like you have maybe things that are attached to you, financial things, family, work. It feels like you have so many things that are attached to you that you feel like you can't really just go out on the open road and go find what it is that you want to do for yourself. Maybe you want to travel, possibly. You feel like you can't because you're attached to, or you have so many responsibilities in the 3D world. Tell me what's around the corner for Taurus, please. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. I've got the Page of Pentacles and the King of Wands. Yeah, there's still more to explore, and I think you will do it because the King of Wands is somebody who is, you know, the master of their domain, which is fire, which is passion. And so I feel like you have some sort of an idea, Taurus. It feels like you have some sort of an idea or some sort of an opportunity that you see that will catch flame or fire, and you're trying to fan the flames. I think that there's an idea or something here. I think you're pretty confident that it will take off, that you will explore it, and that it will take off. It's going to open some sort of a new door here. The Two of Wands is in the reverse, which tells me you're not really telling anyone about it. Two of Wands in the World card. I'm not going to tell anybody about it until I'm ready to execute it. Until the plan, I'm ready to put the plan in. And then once I have it online, once I start the new business, once I, whatever it is, then I'll tell people. But I'm not going to do that right now. I'm just going to keep everything under the sheets here until I've got it all together and all straight, and then I'll tell people. Stop judging yourself, Taurus. We got Virgo and Pisces energy. We've got some Aquarius. We've got Gemini and Aries energy here. We've got Taurus, Libra, Sagittarius, which is what says Saskatoon, Sagittarius, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, Leo. We've got more Capricorn and more Aries and Sagittarius. All right. Let's talk about Gemini. Tell me about Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter, Gemini, for the next 7 days, sorry. Tell me about Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Gemini, if you want a private reading, please go back to the beginning of the reel. There is an announcement in full there. You can look at what you need to see in the pinned comment. Tell me about Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. Gemini, we've got happiness, the apex of happiness. It's going to be a good week for you. It's going to be a week full of emotional happiness here. Somebody here could be buying a new car, or maybe giving a car to a member of the family. Maybe there's a birthday coming up and somebody is getting a car. Got the Chariot here. It's movement, right? It's movement forward. It's quick movement, but it also can be a vehicle. We do have the Four of Swords in the reverse. And then we have the Six of Swords. So I feel as though we could be talking about family. It does feel like the happiness is coming from something that has to do with your family here. I want to say that it does feel like you want success, but it feels like there's been a trouble with communication within the family here. Maybe not arguments, but it feels like a barrier of silence is what it feels like the barrier is here. It feels like you have to be more vulnerable, I'm going to say. More vulnerable because people around you are seeing you as someone who is quite detached from their emotions. And the Six of Swords is also telling me that they see you as someone who's moved away from the family. And I mean, it could be a physical move because we do have the Chariot here, but I mean, I'm talking emotionally or mentally, that you've sort of moved away from the family. It feels like somebody here feels as though you could speak more or reach out more, and they feel you as being distant or feeling like you don't want to get in the middle of the drama. There could be drama going on in the family, possibly. Tell me about the Ten of Cups. We've got the Knight of Cups. We've got the Fool. And we've got the Three of Swords. So there is a little bit of angst here. It does feel like there's, this energy of the Three of Swords and the Ten of Cups. So the Three of Swords and the Ten of Cups is like there's tension in the family. Unspoken tension. It's like when we're together, we all are happy. We're all like on the surface, we're like, yay, we're all together. But it feels like underneath there is some sort of tension, or people are worrying. How are they really looking at me? It feels like the Knight of Cups is telling me that there is some sort of a, it feels like somebody feels like you're being selfish with your time, with yourself. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. I'm always an advocate of people being selfish with their time, every once in a while, for sure. But it feels like the Fool is here, and it feels like there is some sort of exciting invitation or a door that's opening. It feels like it's excitement, and let's just jump in. It does feel, though, like it's a family thing, but it feels almost a little bit forced, I would say, on your behalf. It feels like, okay, well, I'll show up. They're finally planning something for the family, and yeah, okay, I'll show up. But it feels like you're still feeling a little bit distant. It's like you feel excluded, is what it feels like. And I feel as though this Knight of Cups energy is telling me that I don't think that you've been excluding anyone. I think that you've just been taking care of your own needs at this time. Tell me more about Gemini, please. We have the Moon energy. We have the Five of Wands. And we have the Three of Pentacles. Yeah, it feels like, when people look at us from the outside looking in, they wouldn't have any idea that there's actually this, I don't know, it's like an undercurrent of war almost. It's like when we get together, we don't say anything because Grandma's around. And Grandma doesn't need to hear the drama. It's like we keep it under the surface, but things aren't really as they seem. And those of us who are feeling like know that there's tension, feel the tension. But we don't bring it up because it's not the place to bring it up. It feels like there is cooperation and collaboration that's needed here. And it feels like somebody is not necessarily sold on it. I want to say it's you, that you're like, I don't know. I think that someone's going to have to come toward me and tell me what's going on, because I'm tired of playing guessing games in the dark with the Moon energy. I'm tired of things feeling the tension I'm feeling underneath the surface, and everybody pretends that everything's fine on the surface, but I'm feeling the tension underneath the surface. So it feels like there is a group of people, a community coming together, and it feels like it is this Ten of Cups. It does feel like family or a love tribe or something like that. And it feels like it's for a special occasion, possibly, but there are some feelings that aren't good that are under the surface, and I feel like you're feeling some kind of way about that. So the Queen of Wands is here. And it's almost like you're the Queen of Wands. So whether you have a fire placement or not, it doesn't matter. But it feels like you're the one that everybody's wary of. And I want to say, because you're the Gemini, that you might just go ahead and say something that might end up bringing all this stuff from the bottom to the top. It might end up bringing things to the top, because you're the one who's bold with your words, right? You're the one who's bold, making bold moves. And I feel like everybody in this group, in the Ten of Cups group, just wants to be able to get through this. Let's just get through it. Let's just get through Nana's birthday. Let's get through Grandma's birthday, and let's talk about it at a later date. But the tension, for you, the tension is real, and you're just like, I'm not really sure if I'm down with this, if all I'm going to be doing is just pretending what's going on is not really going on. You want collaboration. You want cooperation. You want to build something again here. You want to strengthen the foundation, and nobody really wants to talk about it. Tell me what the outcome is here for Gemini, please. We've got the Five of Swords, yeah. We've got the Four of Wands, and then we've got the Nine of Cups. The Magician is on the bottom of the deck, and it's in the reverse. And for me, the Magician in the reverse is manipulation. It's when your words don't match actions. And I think that's what bothers you, because you're very truthful and honest, and you're the one who just wants to put it out all on the table and figure it out. But it feels like there's people in this group of 10 cups here where we're supposed to have the apex of happiness, and there are people whose actions are not matching their words, and it irritates you because you just want the truth. We do have the Wheel of Fortune and Temperance here. I feel like we are going to move forward and things are going to heal, but it feels like you're going to have to get through this group meeting, whatever this group is. It could be a workplace thing. Just we got the Three of Pentacles. It could be that. And the outcome here is nobody's really saying anything. We're going to be happy on the surface because the Four of Wands is here, because the family, and the Five of Swords, because we don't want to argue and fight about things we will probably never agree on. It's fundamental differences that I think are going on here. So whatever those differences are, like maybe you have different religions, maybe you have different political views. It's like things that I'm never gonna say that that's okay. So that's the reason why no one else is bringing it up, because they know that you're into making bold statements, and you'll pull out whatever you need to pull out from the moon energy and dangle it and say, look, let's talk about it. But I feel like people are feeling a little bit standoffish. So I feel like there's something here going on probably within the family, and I feel like there's something here that is unsettled, that you would rather just get it out on the table, but everyone else wants to keep it at bay, because it seems like the only time everybody's together is when someone has a birthday, or there's a celebration, or a christening, or a wedding, and that's not the place to talk about it. So what's around the corner for Gemini? We have the Seven of Cups, we have the Page of Swords, and the King of Wands. Two of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. So it does feel like there is one particular person that I think mirrors your energy, or you mirror theirs, and that's the person that you're worried about, because you only have to look at that person, and that person looks at you, and you all know it's about to go down. Do you know what I mean? When you're mirroring each other, this can happen in a good way, but it sometimes doesn't happen in such a good way. When you pick up on someone's energy and they pick up on yours, and you can have this whole sword fight happening just by looking at each other. Nonetheless, it does feel like with the Seven of Cups here that there is emotional confusion here. And I feel like with the Page of Swords, somebody just wants to cut through the confusion. It could be someone else who is in their fire energy. Again, they don't have to be a fire sign. They could just be showing up as pretty fiery because they mirror your energy, and your energy is pretty fiery. So it does feel like there's sort of a standoff between two people who are very much like each other, and maybe don't like to admit they're like each other. Maybe you're like your mother, maybe you're like your father, maybe there's somebody here in the family that you're very much like that you don't really get along with, and because you have fundamental differences. And I feel like somebody is going to raise a sword and say, isn't time we just spoke about this? Someone's going to take action. And I feel like it's going to be justice here. But there also might be, that things will come back together or even themselves out. But there also are going to be people who are going to be like, really? Is this what we're doing right now? I'm out of here. I'm not dealing with this. And there might be people who just leave the party. Oh boy. Okay. Gemini, your readings have been a little bit intense. Let's find out what's here. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got Cancer, Pisces, things that are under the surface, that everything doesn't seem as it is. We've got Aries. We've got Cancer energy, Pisces energy as well. All right. Things are being sorted out. Look, this is what happens when planets go direct. After everything's been in retrograde for a while and then it all goes direct, it's like all the things we were holding back, now we're going to talk about them. That's what it feels like here. Tell me about Cancer. Tell me what's going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer. Cancer, don't forget that there are a bunch of sales going on. Please go back to the beginning of this video if you're interested in knowing about that. There's pinned comment as well that'll tell you a little bit about it. Let's find out what's going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for the next 7 days. A sneak peek for this week. Tell me about Cancer. We have the Nine of Pentacles, holding your ground here. Feels like you're feeling pretty good, confident, money's going good, things are flowing in, flowing out pretty good. Got the Five of Swords. We've got the Page of Wands and the Three of Pentacles. I feel like you've been maybe looking for a new job, and I feel like you're going to find something. It feels like with the Page of Wands that there's something exciting in the distance, and it's 3 pentacles. It could be a new job. It could be a new collaboration or cooperation with somebody. It could be a new network or a new community that you're moving to. We do have the 5 of Swords. I feel like there's a confidence here, it feels like a confidence, not only like a confidence in yourself, but a financial confidence. Like it feels like things are pretty stable for you where you are right now. And so this seems to be the time for you to fight for what you want. The 5 of Swords is here. It feels like you're wanting to fight for building something way bigger in your life. You're at the 9 Pentacles. I feel like you're looking for the last pentacle here to get you to this legacy level energy that you've been looking for. Tell me about the 9 of Pentacles. We've got the 8 of Pentacles. We've got the 6 of Wands in the reverse. And we've got the Knight of Swords. So I feel as though there is something that you've been practicing, looking into, being very particular about, being very patient about. It could be building the self. The 8 of Pentacles is about self-mastery, but it's also about going to school, learning something new and getting really, really good at it, right? The subject matter expert. We've got the 6 of Wands that is in the reverse. When the 6 of Wands is in the reverse, it's like you're keeping it undercover. I don't want to necessarily put it out there where everybody can see it. I'll speak on it when I'm ready to speak on it. So I don't know if you're going to like having online classes, possibly learning something new or perfecting something that you already know, but it feels like you've been keeping it undercover. And I think that's a good thing. I always think it's good never to share your business ideas with people. Tell me more. We've got the 10 of Swords. Why is that here? Got the 8 of Wands. And we've got the 2 of Wands. So you are going to be taking action on something that I think is going to start moving forward quickly. We've got 10 Wands here, but first you're going to have to drop some sort of a burden you've been carrying here. It feels like this burden is something that's really painful. It's something that's come to an end. It might be something for some of you that you can't stop thinking about. It feels like it was hurtful, something that still lingers as a hurtful energy here. It feels like you do want to take action and move forward, but there is something here that is painful or hurtful. The end of something happened. You had to release something. Tell me about this. We have the Knight of Coins, and you've been carrying it around for a while. What is this? Got the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands came out. That was over here, right? The 8 and 2 is 10. And then we have the King of Wands. So whatever this 10 of Swords is, I'm not going to read into it just because we're just doing the weeklies here, but whatever this 10 of Swords is still lingering hurt for you. It's still betrayal. It's still hurt. It's something that you can't seem to expel or get rid of. But I want to say that this, whatever it is, leveled you up to be this King of Wands energy. It feels like it's a lesson that was learned or a way that somebody like betrayed you. It feels like you're trying to drop this, but I feel like you're still carrying it around. It is something though that pushed you into the next level of your life vibrationally. It feels like you became the master of your passions. And it feels like it started with a betrayal here. It could be something romantic, definitely. It could be that. It feels like someone may have betrayed you. And it feels like that's the reason that you leveled up. That's the reason that you took action to level up. I feel like you are going to be able to drop these burdens, but it's not going to be for a while. I feel like you're just going to hold on to it for a bit here. Tell me what the outcome is for Cancer. We have the 5 of Wands. We have the 4 of Swords in the reverse and the 10 of Cups. It does feel like you've been sort of... I don't know, the word bargaining is coming up. Bargaining with yourself. Like, really, should I put myself out there again or not? So this kind of confirms that this betrayal that you suffered was one that was in passion. So probably a relationship or maybe a business deal. It feels like It feels like you've learned to roll in your passions and not show everybody everything at the start. That you're very responsible with your passions now, and maybe back here you weren't necessarily. You were a little bit more aggressive with your passions. It does really, for some of you, it does speak to some sort of a business idea, and maybe somebody took a business idea from you way back when and made it their own. And so I feel like you're just under what's the word? I can't get that word today. You're keeping things undercover, I want to say. And I feel like you've learned from it. Now, I feel like there's bargaining that's going on. If this is a passionate thing, bargaining is going on here within the self. The Four of Swords is in the reverse, saying, maybe it's time for me to reconnect to people or be a little bit more vulnerable about what I really want. 10 Cups, you want this ultimate apex of happiness. Maybe it's, we've got two people cuddling with a cat there. It feels like it could be something that has to do with love or togetherness or family. And it feels like you're about to be really vulnerable with somebody. Look, you could be vulnerable with the kids and say, look, you never come around anymore. Why don't you come around anymore? But it also could be, maybe you're going to put yourself out there and start dating again after this betrayal. It could be that. Tell me what is coming around the corner for Cancer. We've got the Ace of Pentacles, we've got the Four of Wands, and the Chariot. So it does feel like somebody here is probably thinking about moving. It feels like you're ready to put like a down payment or a deposit on something. I really do feel like you're doing really a lot better financially. We started off with the Nine of Pentacles. So I feel like you're doing a lot better financially, and you really fought your way toward this. And it feels like you're ready to go to the next level in your financial life or in your work life. It does feel like you're ready to build something that is all your own. Like, it feels like you're ready to scale your money or scale your passions. It feels like you're ready to put a lot of work into and build something that is that might be left as a legacy, because this one pentacle adds to the 9, and that's 10. So we've got the Four of Wands. You might be building this legacy for your family. The Chariot, it's go time. It's your energy, right? It's like, I've got to get my feminine and masculine energies together. I got to get everything in balance financially so I can go to the next level. It feels like you're building to the next level here. We've got hope for inner happiness. So it starts off with something really, really small. And for some of you, it might be relationship related, that maybe you're about ready to speak your feelings to someone, because we do have the Page of Pentacles, the Queen of Swords, and the Lover's card. You could be ready to speak your mind to someone, let them know how you're feeling about them, but you're hopeful for some sort of inner happiness, and I think that's what you're building here. All right. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. We've got Cancer energy, Virgo. We've got Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We've got Pisces energy. All right. Tell me about Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week. Leo, if you're interested in a private read, please go to the beginning of this reel. If you skipped it on the way in, all the details are there. There's a bunch of sales going on. And look in the pinned comment for anything else you need to know. Tell me about Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo. Got the King of Swords. Taking control. It's time I laid down the law. Is what I think that's telling me. It's time I let somebody know exactly what's going on. We've got the Sun. I feel like you are about to open up to somebody with words. It feels like that you've had some sort of a mental breakthrough that's really transformed the way you see a situation or the way you're thinking about it. You may have gone through a transformation. Sometimes this happens, right? We get to this place where we're like telling everybody exactly what we think of them. And it's like, if you want to leave my life, you leave my life. I don't really care. The King of Swords doesn't really care. I'm just going to be honest and truthful with you about what I think is going on here. And the thing is whenever the King of Swords speaks up, it is transformational. And so I want to say that whatever you're going to say is going to change something. But I feel like you've had some sort of a realization or a breakthrough, some sort of a mental breakthrough that things have to change here. And I am about to say some things that are about to change maybe some of my thoughts or relationships. We do have the Queen of Swords. And we have the Eight of Cups. There it is. So I was just saying, I feel like what you're doing is you're building some boundaries here. Is that's exactly what's going on. I feel like there are some people in your life that you've let them get away with some things for a really long time, Leo. And it's the compassionate side of you. But I feel like you're in this energy, which is the sun, which is your energy, which is you're in this sort of this bright place where you are in growth, mental growth, spiritual, personal, professional. It feels like you're in this growth spurt here, and you've decided it's time for me to build some boundaries because I'm not going to be servicing everybody around me anymore. It's a really big decision. Look at this. Wow. Leo, you're really going through some sort of a big realization in the next 7 days. If you're not already there yet, like you might already be in this energy of the sun, but these three cards here are a major awakening. And I feel like the King of Swords, which I feel is sort of like your energy, whether you have air energy in your chart or not, is a kicking ass, taking names kind of energy. The Queen of Swords is putting up verbal boundaries. Look, this is what I'm doing. If you want to walk away, you go right ahead and walk away. I don't really have anything to say about that. But I feel like you're putting up some boundaries with some people. You've come to the realization that I've got to put up some verbal boundaries with people because they keep taking advantage of me. And if those people walk away because they don't like what I've said because I'm too honest for them, then they can just keep walking. We've got the King of Wands, your energy. We've got the Four of Swords, and we've got the Knight of Cups. I kind of love that because it's like I'm now taking better care of myself, Leo. You're taking better care of yourself. The King of Wands is here, but the Four of Swords and the Knight of Cups are telling me that I'm taking better care of my emotional and mental health is what I'm doing. And if it takes whipping out the King of Wands to show them that I'm really passionate about the things that I'm saying, talking about, then that's the way it's got to be. I feel like you are taking better care of yourself, your emotions, your emotional and mental health. And I feel like you're really guarding it with the King of Wands is giving me, of course, your energy as Leo, but it's also giving me the mask. It's giving me the ego. Like I'm just taking care of it by ego. Like if you guys don't like what you see, then that's not a Leo problem. That's a you problem. We've got the Empress. We've got the Three of Wands in the reverse. And we've got the Page of Wands. I feel like there was a time when you didn't see a future with the Empress. And it does feel like with the Page of Wands that maybe you are thinking about this person again. It feels like they're back in your mind. And maybe this Empress is one of the people that you're about to set straight. It feels like the Page of Wands tells me that you're curious, that it's exciting, that there's a spark. But the Three of Wands in the reverse is telling me that you really don't see a future with this person. But maybe you're starting to see it again. For the longest time, I think that you just put it to rest. That you're like, there's just nothing that is going to come from this here. I might as well just move forward. But I feel like lately you've been thinking about the Empress again. Maybe reaching out to this person or starting over again with them. We've got the Ten of Cups because this is the place where I feel is your happiness. I feel the time that you spent in the energy of the Empress was a time that was very happy for you. You could be the Empress. Look, the Empress is Libra and Taurus, but is also all of the queens. You could be the Empress. Maybe this is you thinking there was a time when I was happy, happier, when in the past, it feels like. It does feel like, though, that I'm talking about somebody who's in their King of Swords energy, feminine or masculine, that I feel is almost reminiscing about being in the energy of the Empress. That's how it does feel for me here. And the Page of Wands is like you thinking about all the happy times and possibly wanting to reach out to this person. Maybe you're getting new hope that maybe this person would want to hear from you. It feels like you've leveled up. I want to say that you've leveled up in this King energy here. setting boundaries or realizing the setting of boundaries was necessary. Sometimes when we have this awakening, which I think you're going through, the light comes on and we're like, we see the carnage, the people we used to hang out with that are super duper toxic, and that we pull ourselves away from them, throw up the boundaries, and then we start being lonely. But I think this is the one person. The Empress is the one person who I feel made you feel happy, or you felt really happy or fulfilled in this person's energy. Tell me what the outcome is, please. We've got the High Priestess. We've got the Knight of Swords. Your intuition is telling you to act on something here. 10 of Pentacles, because it could end up being a really long-term relationship, or something that turns out to be long-term, like a legacy. So your intuition is telling you to act on something here. It could be a job, it could be an idea that would make a lot of money, but it also could be a long-term relationship or a family matter. So it feels like your intuition is telling you, get out there. It's time to go. It's time for you to take action on something here, aggressive action on something. Tell me what's around the corner for Leo. We've got the Hermit, we've got the King of Cups, and we've got the Four of Cups. So I feel, it does really feel like everything is sort of around this Empress here. And it feels like it is somebody that you thought, okay, well, that's never going to work out because we're just way too different, or I don't see a future with you, or maybe the Empress didn't see a future with you. But it does feel like you have a lot of unresolved feelings in underneath here. I feel like the Empress may have rejected you, and it forced you into a place of reckoning with yourself. And so we do have the King of Cups and the King of Swords and the King of Wands. The only one we're looking at that we don't have here is the King of Pentacles. I feel like it leveled you up. Whatever the Empress said, whatever the Empress did, maybe turned away from you, maybe told you there's no future here. I feel like the only place that you ever felt happy or at home was with the Empress, in the Empress's energy. I feel like this person's rejection of you may have leveled you up. You started becoming the King of Pentacles. The King of Cups. You started becoming the King of Wands. You became the King of Swords. And I feel like the King of Swords is the energy that you're in for the next 7 days, is what it feels like. So kicking ass and taking names is what you're doing. The Death card. You're in the midst of transformation, and we saw all of that energy with the Sun and the Tower and all of that stuff. Look, you're in some sort of a major awakening of some sort, and you are like, you're changing your life here. Like there's a whole lot of change that's going on, but it feels to me to be weekly with you. It doesn't feel like it's, just a one-time thing. I feel like you're still carrying on with this change that's here. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. We've got Pisces energy, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Libra, and Taurus. We've got Virgo energy here. Aquarius, Libra, and Gemini, Leo, Pisces as well. These readings, what the heck? Some major changes going on here. What's going on with you, Virgo? What are you going to tell me? Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Leo, that was a little bit off the chain. Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Virgo, if you're interested in a private read, please roll back to the beginning of this video. Look in the pinned comment. Everything you need is in those two places. Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. The next 7 days, sneak peek for the week. Got the Two of Cups. Somebody might be reaching out to you this week. Tell me about the Two of Cups. Or maybe you're reaching out to someone else. We have the Ten of Pentacles is showing up in all the readings today. Most of them. We've got the Five of Swords. And the Ace of Cups. Excuse me. It does feel like somebody here wants to reach out to another person to repair something. There was an argument. It could be in the family. It could be with a member of the family. We've got the 10 Pentacles here. It could be something that went down at work. It could be this place of long-term employment. But it does feel like somebody wants to reach out to another person. I'm on the tendency to say that it's probably somebody who's in your legacy, like a child or a parent or a sister or a brother, somebody you feel is like family, like a best friend. But it feels like there was an argument or a fight, and it feels like you wanted to win this argument at any cost. and it was at the cost of the friendship, or at the cost of the family, or at the cost of happiness, celebration. Maybe it was at a celebration, but it feels like there is. Oh, look, we got 3 cups here. We got 3 cups here. So it does feel like it was a choice to say something that started an argument that you finished, and it does feel like it is family. It feels like it could be a family member or somebody that maybe you live with. It could be someone who lives in your house, maybe a spouse or a child. Tell me about the 2 of Cups here. I feel like what's going on here with the 2 of Cups is somebody wants to reach out and make it better, because the Ace of Cups is here. It does feel like we need to talk about this, or somebody needs to reach out to the other person here. Tell me about the 2 of Cups. I've got the 10 of Pentacles. It could be somebody who you were fighting with money over. You were fighting over money with them, possibly, or property, stability. We've got the King of Wands. Sorry, the Knight of Wands. And we've got the 10 of Swords. So somebody spoke out of turn is what it feels like. And when I say out of turn, I just mean they blurted it out. Somebody said something really fiery, and it was meant that way. It was meant to get the goat of the person they were speaking with, which I think was the King of Pentacles. Now, the King of Pentacles doesn't generally jump at an argument or a fight. I feel like somebody could have jumped at you, because we're looking at Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy here. Somebody could have crossed the line with you, Virgo, is what it feels like. And you felt betrayed by that, but almost a little bit peaceful in that, there it is. There it is, right? It's like something you felt was underneath the surface, maybe the 5 swords. And then all of a sudden it comes to the surface and turns up to be something really painful, like a betrayal, or some feeling like somebody stabbed you in the back. So it does feel like that this could be something that's coming up for you in the next 7 days. It feels like if the situation is what I'm talking about here, if we're no longer speaking to each other because of you betrayed me with your words, and it was a fight to the death, to the death, right? Like, if I'm not saying literally, but it was a fight. It was like 2 people who wouldn't put their swords down because they both thought that they were right. And we came to this standoff, and somebody, when one went low, the other one went to hell. That's what it feels like. It's like everything just fell apart. And I feel like the King of Pentacles is the only one left standing. So I think that's you. So it feels like somebody maybe came at you, Virgo. We've got the 6 of Cups. We've got the 3 of Cups. It could have been at a family celebration. And we've got the 8 of Wands. So it feels like it moved really fast, super quick. It's like we didn't have time to really stop it or catch it or roll it back. The 6 of Cups, of course, is memory. So you're thinking about that now. I feel like there's memories here. There's 6 here and 2 here, which is 8. And so 8 Cups is being disconnected or detached from the situation. It almost feels like you won the argument, but I feel like at what cost, I'm going to say, with the 5 of Swords. But we do have something has changed here. And it feels like the feelings that we have for each other have now changed. We've got at the bottom of the deck, we've got the Emperor. So it could be a fight with a parent. Because it feels like you being the king and this being the Emperor, it could be a fight with an argument with a parent or your employer. Because you've accumulated some sort of intelligence and wealth, and you've built it yourself. I feel like the way we feel about each other now has changed, but it doesn't feel romantic to me. It almost feels platonic, friendship, work, family. It's like, can't we just go on? The 6 of Cups is about memories and the time that we've spent together and nostalgia. Can't we just go on nostalgia and just sort of sweep it under the carpet with the 3 of Cups and move forward? And can we do that? Nope, everybody's holding back. So it feels like whatever was said, somebody went really, really low and broke some sort of relationship in the family, is what it feels like, or with somebody that you know really well that feels like family. Tell me what the outcome is here, please. Somebody's just holding their tongue. They're not saying anything here. I'm not saying anything more with this. Got the Chariot. We've got the 5 of Cups and the 7 of Swords. I just don't trust you anymore. Seven of Swords looking back at the Ten of Swords, the King of Cups, or so King of Pentacles, and the Knight of Wands tells me, I just don't trust you anymore. You're apt to step out of line in about 5 seconds, and I really just don't trust you anymore. You move too quickly, and you say things that are regretful after, and then I don't trust you. I don't trust. So it feels like there's some trust that has been broken here. And I feel like this week you're trying to reach out to somebody to fix that, or maybe someone's trying to reach out to you to fix that. But it does feel like some sort of trust has been broken, a betrayal has taken place, and it's because somebody spoke too quickly. Somebody snapped. Yeah. Around the corner, we've got the Fool. We've got the Four of Cups, and we have the Nine of Swords. So I feel like this is an energy of feeling like hands in the face. Like, is this it? Did I just break it beyond repair? It feels like you might want to reach out and give an olive branch or a cup and say, can we try this again, with the Fool energy here? And what's the answer? Two of Wands, taking action, bold action with an offer. So I feel like you're going to try and fix it. That's what it feels like, that you're probably going to try and fix it, try and reach out to someone if they don't reach out to you, and try and fix it, because it feels like trust has been broken and you don't really know what to do about that. But it does worry you, because there is the Four of Cups here, which is we're not really saying anything to each other, we're kind of quiet. Also, is this person going to reject me if I try and open a brand new door? If I take action and come away from the crossroads, is this person, if I take some sort of bold action, is this person going to take my pentacle? Are they going to take my gift of opening up? I feel like you're ready to speak about it now, maybe a little bit softer respect here. Tell me about this. Tell me more about the signs here. We've got Cancer, got Scorpio, Leo, we've got Aries, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, and Cancer energy here. Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo energy. Very fiery energy. Let's look at Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Libra. Tell me about Libra. Libra, if you're interested in a private read, please roll back to the beginning of this video. All the information you need is there, and there is a pinned comment below here, below this video. The top of all the comments, and we'll give you some information as well. Tell me about Libra. We've got the Nine of Pentacles, Libra. Why is that? We've got the King of Cups. We've got the Ace of Swords, and we've got the Ten of Cups. The High Priestess. Libra, have you come into some money you're not telling anybody about? That's what it feels like. It feels like you are... Look, this could simply be payday. Maybe you're just not telling anybody that you got a payday. But the Ace of Swords is clarity, realization, an aha moment with the Nine of Pentacles. And the Nine of Pentacles is a lot of energy, or a lot of money, or confidence, feeling really good, looking really good, but keeping it under the surface. The King of Cups is here. Keeping, I'm not speaking on it. Maybe it's humility. It feels like somebody's being really humble. Ten of Cups, I'm really happy, but maybe I'm keeping it under the surface. It also could be, like I said, maybe it's, for some of you, it's job or money that's come in that you're just not telling anybody about. I think your intuition is telling you to not say anything. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles, please. Well, the High Priestess came back out. She was on the bottom of the deck, and that's why I said your intuition is telling you just to keep it to yourself. We've got the Judgment card. And we have the Two of Swords, a decision, a big decision that is, I feel, has been a block for you for a while. I feel like your intuition is blocked, and I feel like the universe is forcing you to use it to make some sort of a decision here. I feel like the universe is calling you to a different level, like another level, a level of confidence, a level of financial confidence possibly, but it just could be confidence in general. It does feel like there's something here that you are about to build, or you have built for yourself, it's in a moment of realization that you either are feeling the confidence of doing it all on your own and not telling anybody, playing it humble, humility is here, playing it humble and under the surface, but being really happy. The realization, I can be happy, but I don't have to shove it in everybody's face. It feels like you are making some sort of a decision here that has to do with your intuition. But it feels like you're feeling really good. And I don't know why you think you shouldn't be sharing that. Maybe there's people around you who just are not at your level, and maybe you feel like it would make them feel bad about where they're at. We do have the 8 of Pentacles. You've really been working on yourself, though. Yes. So it feels like you've really been working on yourself, and you're looking good, you're feeling good, you're making more money than usual, you might be building a business. It feels like everything's going pretty good for you right now, Libra. And I feel like the problem with that is you have no one to share it with. Because you've got this humility, you're humble. And I feel like although you've had this realization that I can do anything that I want, that I feel unstoppable and happy, that I feel like I have to keep it under the surface. Because there's other people around me who are working so much harder than me that don't have the things that I have. And so there is a block. It's like I have no one to share all of my wins with. So I think that your intuition is telling you that you need to make a decision to remove that block. We've got the 4 of Wands. It does feel like it might be family or close friends. 8 of Cups is in the reverse. Why is that? Got the 3 of Wands. You know what it feels like? It feels like you're just going to stay with this. It feels like you're going to keep it under the surface. You're going to keep working by yourself, on yourself, for yourself. And I feel like you'll let them come to you. You'll let them come to you and notice that you've dropped a bunch of weight, or you've made a bunch of money, or you've moved to a beautiful place, like maybe a better place. Maybe you're leveling up in your life financially. But I feel like it's because you've done a lot of hard work on yourself. Like, you're like, it's like you want to keep humble and you don't want to show it to people around you. You don't want to, you have no one to share all of your successes with, because you feel like if you say something that other people are going to feel some type of way about that, because maybe they're not at the level that you're at financially, or maybe they're a person who wasn't able to ever lose weight and you've lost all the weight, or something like that. Like, you don't want to make somebody around you feel bad. I feel like your future looks really promising, and I feel like you're just going to keep going, getting more stable, getting more beautiful or handsome, going to keep working on yourself. And then the 8 of Cups in the reverse is telling me they can come to me and ask me, how did you do that? How did you get the money? How did you get the health back? Like, it feels like you're going to wait for them to come to you. You're going to keep it under the surface. I've got the Queen of Wands, man. They're not going to be able to Libra, they're not going to be able to not see you. The Queen of Wands is in your face, whether you want the Queen of Wands in your face or not. And look, this is not somebody who's in your face. Do you know what I mean? This is somebody who just is beautiful or handsome or is doing really well, making bold moves and doing the things that other people are too scared to do. And so whether or not you choose to keep it under the surface as an aha moment or not, I feel like you're just on the surface. You're showing up as the Queen of Wands, feminine or masculine. We've got the 3 of Pentacles here. And we've got the 6 of Pentacles, the Hanged Man. The 2 of Pentacles in the reverse gives you stability, but holding it back. The Knight of Wands, yeah, very passionate, looking really good. Being very clear of the mind, a lot of mental stability going on here. You know what? It is what it is. Libra, it is what it is. I mean, you're doing really well for yourself, and you can try and hold it under the surface as long as you want, but once you come out like the Queen of Wands, look at this. Who's ignoring that? Nobody's ignoring that. You're taking up all the energy in the room. I think it's friends is what we're talking about. I think you've got possibly, and I don't really think it's jealousy, but a bit of envy possibly, because there's a lot of people around you who I think aren't brave enough, like the Queen of Wands. They aren't brave enough to do something that they might fail at, and then fail at it and keep going and try something else. And there's people around you who would like to live your life, but they're not willing to put in the same sort of work that you put in. And you did put in a lot of work, whether it's on yourself, your business, or the place that you work. But you're the one getting kudos. And it's like people can't not notice it because you're just your energy is very big, and the glow up is something that they can't ignore. What's around the corner? The Star, the Two of Wands, and the Three of Swords, the Towers here. Yeah. You know, the thing is that there's going to be people feeling some type of way with the Five of Wands here when the sun is here and it's shining on you. The Tower is here. The thing is that it is going to bring out the worst in some people because you're doing so well. It is going to bring out the worst in some people. And with the Two of Wands here, you're not going to stop taking action. In fact, you're hopeful that people will see you and they will see that it's not impossible to get the things out of life that you want to get out of life. It's like you're inspiring people. You thought by doing all of this for yourself, you didn't expect to become an inspiration, but I think that you are an inspiration. But there are going to be some people who are just not going to be happy with it because of a little bit of envy. So the Tower shows up, and then the Five of Wands is here. You beat yourself up about maybe I was too forceful, maybe I was too out there. But look, the sun is here. There's no way you can hide from it. You just got to let it. You just got to let it go. You can't feel bad for all the hard work you've done. And if people are seeing it and they have something to say about it, Five of Swords, if they're argumentative or, just move away from it. Just disconnect, man. Five of Pentacles is here. And go on with your Wheel of Fortune and do all the things that are fortunate for you. Expand your life. Let change take hold of you. Let the wheel push forward and let fortunate things come into your life. And it can be a little bit of a place of solitude or a place where you don't really have anybody you can share it with for now, but what are you going to do? Like, what are you going to do? There's nothing you can do about it. Just be you and don't stop shining. We've got the wheel. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got Sagittarius energy and more Leo. We do have Virgo energy here. We've got Scorpio, Aquarius. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Virgo, Pisces, more Pisces energy, Scorpio, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. All right. All right, Scorpio. Tell me about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Scorpio over the next 7 days. A sneak peek for the week. Scorpio, if you're interested in a private read and some sales that are going on for private reads, please go back to the beginning of the video. There is a not a pinned comment, but there is this part at the beginning of the video and a time-stamped part there that you'll be able to figure out what's going on here. Look at the pinned comment. Go to the beginning of the video if you're interested in a private read. I'm doing them face-to-face now. Tell me about Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What's going on in the next 7 days for Scorpio? We've got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Tower. Ooh, I like that. We've got the High Priestess. Your intuition. Your intuition is about to be confirmed, my friend. And the Chariot is here. Look, you have a really big opportunity for abundance coming in. And the Tower is showing up with the High Priestess energy to confirm your intuition. Things are going to move fast from here. It feels like there's a financial opportunity, an abundant opportunity, an opportunity period, and it's been growing in the background, right? It's been growing in the background here. You can see that there's roots already on this pentacle. It's been growing in the background here, and it's like the Tower shows up when that sprout comes out from the ground and you can see it on the surface and you realize that it's there. And maybe your intuition was telling you that something's coming, something's going to show up. And then all of a sudden something does show up here. And I feel like it shows up aggressive, like it's like in your face right away. Tell me about the Ace of Pentacles here. Now, when we say abundance, it can mean a whole lot of stuff. Abundant health. It could mean better health, money, something brand new, an opportunity that is going to confirm your High Priestess energy here. We've got the Fool. Definitely is a new, exciting opportunity that I feel like you are going to take a chance on here. It might be with an Empress, possibly. And we have the Seven of Cups. So I feel as though there is a door opening. Now, the Empress could mean abundance, right? The Empress could mean somebody who is pregnant with an idea, right? It could be a creative thing. It doesn't have to be children, but the Empress, of course, is Libra and Taurus. This is somebody who is very self-sufficient, somebody who doesn't need you, somebody that is used to, like the Empress will multiply everything because she is the Queen of Pentacles, right? So she give her a pentacle and she will multiply it. She'll make it bigger. So it's, I feel like there's an opportunity here. And it could be a love opportunity for some of you. For others of you, it could be a business opportunity or a job opportunity. But it feels like with the Empress here, this is the person with all the know-how, the money, the stability. This person is somebody who maybe stands on their own 2 feet, owns a business. It feels like this person is somebody who's trying to find someone with enough smarts to join them. So we have the King of Swords here. And this Seven of Cups with the Empress is telling me the Empress has a lot of options as to who she's going to pick. So she could be somebody who is, I say she because there's a woman on the card, feminine or masculine, but she has a lot of opportunities. And so trying to pick from the opportunity pot is what it feels like. And I feel like you're the one that gets the opportunity. And it's your intuition that confirms this as it shows up and blows your mind. Tell me more about Scorpio. There's a door opening here, Scorpio. Something that's brand new, a brand new chapter with an abundant beginning here. So we have the 10 of Wands, we have the 9 of Wands, and we have the Knight of Pentacles. This is, Scorpio, if you have been in a place where you felt like nothing was moving, or you felt sort of paralyzed to make a move, or you felt like something is showing up, but why isn't it here yet? It feels like you're about to drop those burdens. Things are about to move quickly here. This opportunity is going to show up. And if you agree to the opportunity, I feel like things start to move really quickly from here forward. And it's like it goes from night to day. It's like it changes your whole attitude as you drop the 10 of Wands. And although you're sort of leery with the 9 of Wands, still a little bit behind the fear wall, I feel like if you go slow, that this thing works out exactly as your intuition saw it. It is the World card. There is a brand new opportunity. A door is closing in your life. And nothing is going to be the same after this. Because when you decide to close a chapter, which means maybe you move away, or you leave a job, or you leave a job to go to a new job, it feels like the World card is an accomplishment or a milestone. This is something you've been waiting for a really long time with the Knight of Pentacles. This door is opening, and I feel like this Empress is opening the door for you. Whatever reason the Empress might open the door for you, whether it's love or money or business. This person could be hiring someone. Maybe you're a contractor and that person needs a house. Like it feels like something like that. Tell me what the outcome is, please, for Scorpio. We've got the Devil. We've got the Knight of Wands. And we've got the 4 of Swords. I feel like you've healed something here. It feels like what you have healed here is moving too quickly. Now, I know that that's not a Scorpio thing, but we're not just talking about sun signs. We're talking about Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. So that means that somebody that's viewing this could have Capricorn energy or Sagittarian, Leo, or Aries energy, fire energy. I feel like the outcome is telling me that you are no longer stuck to the outcome, that you are no longer allowing the outcome to be something that you don't want it to be. So the Devil is here whispering in your ear saying, you're never going to do that. That's not for you. What are you talking about? She's lying to you. There's no, you know what I mean? There's no opportunity here. But I feel like you are taking all the energy that you could muster here with the King of Wands or the Knight of Wands, and you're moving forward. And I feel it's because you've done some type of healing. So it feels like the Devil was telling you that there's no way that this is for you. It's never going to work out for you. What are you doing? And I feel like you just get on the horse, Knight of Wands, and you go for that opportunity. Tell me what is around the corner for Scorpio. We've got the 8 of Swords. We've got the Nine of Pentacles. And we've got the Two of Swords. So it does feel like you've got your own block here. You're overthinking it. Yeah. It feels like you're overthinking it. Look, it feels like it is an opportunity to build your empire, to build your own empire. Somebody wants to invest in you. So either they want to give you a job that pays really well, or they want to invest in your business financially, breathe life into your business with money possibly. But the Nine of Pentacles is here and you're building something all on your own. But I feel like you've been overthinking it forever. And maybe that's why you haven't started it yet. But it feels like this Empress is someone of significance or influence. This person is someone who knows people. And they're looking for one particular type of person to do the job that they need done. And I feel like you're the person that they're picking here. King of Wands in the reverse with the Three of Swords, but you are overthinking it. You're overthinking it like, I'm not really sure if I should do this. What if it doesn't work out? You're doing all the what ifs. Look, it says here that you're going to have a great partnership that's going to work out really well. And in fact, this Empress is going to train you up on how to be the Emperor. So I feel like this ends up being a really good match. A really good match here, whether this is in business, in love, or otherwise. But it feels like you will have some sort of a victory because you decided to say yes to building some type of a foundation here with this person who I feel is opening the door to a lot of abundance for you. So don't look the other way, Scorpio. Don't be stubborn and look the other way. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got lots of fire. So Aries and Leo and Sagittarius. We've got Cancer, Pisces, Libra and Taurus, Aries, Scorpio, and Capricorn. Some Leo there as well. All right, Sagittarius. Tell me about Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sagittarius, please. Sag, if you're interested in a private reading, there are a bunch of sales going on. 10% off some of the reads, 75% off other reads. Please look at the beginning of the reel, of this reel. It is time-stamped if you're interested in looking at the private read stuff. And please look into the pinned comment below the video. Tell me about Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag for the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week for Sagittarius. We've got the King of Swords. Why is the King of Swords showing up for Sag, please? We've got the Emperor. Tell me more. This is some big energy. Like it feels like there is either an Aries or an Aquarius that is about to take charge of something here. Could be Aquarius, Libra, or Gemini. Ooh, just take charge of a conversation is what it feels like. Somebody's stepping up to talk about something here. We've got the Six of Cups. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. There's somebody here that you have a very special connection to, it feels like, Sag. Somebody that you either have a lot of history with or there's a lot of nostalgic memories that you have with them. They could be a Scorpio, an Aries, a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. They could be a Virgo. This person, I feel, is somebody who is stepping up to speak with you this week. This is someone who needs clarity on something, but it's taking all of their Emperor energy. So this person is somebody who's stepping up, who wants to have a really clear, honest, and truthful conversation with you about things they've been thinking about. They've been reminiscing about you too, is what it feels like. It feels like a very serious conversation, I'm going to say. Serious conversation, possibly about ideas, could be about the time we've spent together, feeling nostalgic, feeling soulmate connection. Feels like that. Tell me about the King of Swords. This person is wanting to talk with you because they've made a decision about something, and it's like the decision that they've made is the best for everyone involved. And so This person is coming to you with the last word, is what it feels like. We've got the Ace of Wands, Aries energy. We've got the Knight of Cups. And we've got the Nine of Swords in the reverse. Somebody's not scared anymore. So, look, we could be talking about, yeah, an Aries, a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. I feel like somebody is coming to you with their feelings, is what it feels like. Somebody is going to tell you that they are very attracted to you, that they do have feelings for you, and they're not scared to say it. But something tells me that they were scared to say it in the past. So this might be a really big about face, like somebody just turning around and maybe they said one thing to you before and now they're ready to say something different. Somebody is really trying to be honest with themselves. And they're no longer scared to reveal their feelings or their passions to you. They might be just telling you, look, this is where my passions are. This is what my path is. Tell me about Sagittarius. We've got the Two of Pentacles. Somebody is definitely making a decision in the 3D, like on the fly. I've decided I'm going to stop juggling. I've made a decision about my happiness. Somebody here has decided what is going to make them the most happy. We've got the Ten of Pentacles and the Ten of Cups. We've got some cycles that are coming to ends, and that only means one thing. It means that the Ten of Cups is here, that means the Ace of Cups is here. The Ten of Pentacles is here, it means the Ace of Pentacles is here. Somebody is choosing love. Somebody is choosing abundance, choosing to open the door. They see long-term, they see longevity with you. It feels like up till now, up until the King of Swords entered the room, somebody was juggling maybe two people, or juggling the idea. Not really sure if I should say it, boots on the ground. Should I put my boots on the ground and stick my feet in the sand and say, this is how I feel? So it feels like somebody here has definitely had some sort of a change of mind, is what it feels like. The Six of Swords is here. We've got lots of swords. We've got Six of Swords, Eight of Swords. The Page of Swords is in the reverse now. And then the Two of Cups. Somebody's been really thinking hard about how they feel. And it feels like somebody's doing an about face. Like it feels like somebody is done thinking it over. It feels like the Page of Swords in the reverse is, you know what, I don't really need to talk about this anymore. I don't need to observe anymore from a distance. This person, I feel, has come with a reasonable idea of what they think should happen between you and them. The Six of Swords. Somebody's moving away or cutting out from something else because they see that they need to make a decision about this, about love and where their happiness lies. Because the Ten of Cups is here. Could be someone who is a Pisces, maybe a Virgo. Those two energies could be prominent for you. Tell me more. We've got the Nine of Cups. This person has realized that what is at stake here is not whether it's with you or someone else or a decision I make. What's at stake here is my personal happiness. The happiness that I feel within without anything external. This person is realizing that I've got to be happy before I can be with somebody and be happy. And I don't want to be with somebody who's not happy. There's someone here who's making really big decisions this week about you and them. And it feels like they're looking for long-term apex of happiness. And they want to learn how to be happy from the inside out. And so the decision is with the King, I believe, or the Emperor. Tell me what the outcome is, please, for Sagittarius. We've got Justice. We've got the Moon energy. Boy, there's some heavy draws here. Sag. Some heavy combinations here for you today. The Moon, Justice, and the Nine of Wands. This person is terrified to make a decision because they're thinking that what if things are not exactly as I think they are? What if Sag just says to me, look, take a leap off a short pier, I'm not interested? This person, I feel, is coming out of hiding, coming out of the moon energy, coming out of this uncertainty with justice. They're like putting their sword in the sand and saying, I just have to say it. I need to know what's going on here. So this person always requires clarity. They're not going to allow it to be foggy. It's not going to be here or there with the King of Swords. The King of Swords is going to say, what did you mean when you said that to me? Let's just talk about that. Like, they just want complete clarity around the situation. So it feels like the Nine of Wands is telling me that this person's terrified, that they're going to come forward, and that maybe they've read the situation wrong. That what if Sag really doesn't want to have anything to do with me, but I'm coming in wanting my justice, telling Sag, I'm just going to do the best thing for everyone involved. Tell me what's coming around the corner for Sag. We've got the Three of Swords, we've got the Star, and we've got the Five of Pentacles. Again, we've got Aquarius energy, and at the center of your reading, we have Aquarius, Libra, Gemini energy. So I would think that you're probably dealing with an air sign, because that's the person that's always going to be up in their head, and that's why we got all these swords here. So we've got the Three of Swords. They're hoping you will not break their heart and shove them on the outside looking in. I feel like they've been waiting. Like, maybe this is someone who's been silent with you, because we got 5 and 2, which is 7, and 7 is waiting. It's like waiting for the perfect moment, or waiting till everything makes sense, waiting till it all adds up. And the Star energy is hope. It's healing, but it's also Aquarius energy. Somebody's hoping you won't break their heart and push them on the outside. Six of Swords. They really want movement here with you. Feels like the Seven of Wands tells me that they see you as someone who's beautiful or handsome and passionate, but also someone who knows their worth, and someone who is got some boundaries up. I feel like they see you as kind of defensive that maybe they're just coming in for passion. I don't think that they are. That's not who the King of Swords is. But we have the Seven of Pentacles. And I said 5 and 2 is 7, right? So you've got the Seven of Pentacles here, and I feel that they see you as someone who's holding back their passion. Someone who is towing the line, standing behind their boundaries, and essentially pulling them into the spotlight and saying, if you want it, come get it. Because I feel like you're the one that knows you know who you are, right? You know your worth. And I feel like this person has realized that you're not coming forward. And if anything is going to go down here, they've got to come forward, and they're taking a chance because they feel like you're going to tell them, no, I don't see you in my future. But I think you do. I think you see them in your future. We've got Aries energy here. We've got Taurus. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo energy. More Aries energy here. There's going to be some action taken this week for sure. Taurus, Pisces, Virgo, more Pisces. Got Capricorn, Aquarius energy, Libra, Sagittarius. We've got Pisces and Cancer energy. We've got more Aries, and then we've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Well, that's interesting. All right. Capricorn. Let's talk about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Capricorn, please. Next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week. Capricorn, if you're interested in a private read, please roll all the way back to the beginning of this reel. If you've passed over it, there is 2 sales going on right now for private reads. Please look in the pinned comment as well for more information. Tell me about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. The next 7 days, sneak peek for this week. Tell me what's going on with Capricorn. Capricorn, we have some sort of a new door that is opening here. There's an opportunity for you to step into something new. We have the Five of Pentacles in the reverse. Reconnecting to someone, something, a situation, taking a chance or taking a leap of faith to do something in terms of reconnection. We've got the Queen of Wands. and the Page of Swords. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune is here. It feels like somebody here is about to make a big, bold move, is what it feels like. Somebody wants something, and they're about to make a big, bold move to get it. Somebody's curious about what you've been up to. The Five of Pentacles in the reverse is like a reconnection. And the Queen of Wands is somebody who's had a glow up, looking really beautiful, handsome, right? Somebody who is not really worried about what's in the past. This person's just moving forward with curiosity. It feels like there is a door opening here. And for some of you, it could be someone who's an Aries, a Sagittarius, or a Leo, who is possibly wanting to reconnect. It could be you wanting to reconnect with somebody else. We have Sagittarius energy here as well, but Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, indicating it's taken a long time, but there's been some sort of a block and that we have not been speaking to each other. The Hanged Man is here. Feels like there's been a pause between us here. Tell me about the Fool. It feels like the Queen of Wands is curious. So I don't know if that's you, if you do have any fire energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo. But somebody does want to reconnect and open the door again here. They're curious about you and what you've been up to. We do have the Knight of Cups. We have the Emperor. And we have the High Priestess. Two of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck. Somebody is about to make a decision. You could be the Emperor. Look, the Emperor is masculine leaning energy that also has feminine energy. The Emperor is somebody who is taking charge of a situation, or somebody who's a person of influence. They've grown into this vibration where they take care of everything. They have their own wisdom. They have their own money. They're emotionally available. Somebody who has emotional intelligence. It feels like this person is deep into their intuition about how they feel. You could be the Emperor. You might be a business owner. You could be a person who's carrying it all by yourself, whether you're feminine or masculine. The Emperor energy is Aries. Maybe you have an Aries placement. We do have Pisces here as well. So it does feel like there's been some silence between possibly the Queen of Wands and the Emperor. And I'm feeling your energy as being the Queen of Wands in this reading, but definitely you could be the Emperor. Please take it as it resonates for you, because the Queen of Wands is somebody who's independent, doing their own thing, making bold moves in life. But the Emperor is someone who's carrying the empire, so has businesses, somebody who is very much into making decisions, the hard ones, the easy ones, the last word, the person of influence. So somebody here, it could also just mean that somebody here is about to take control of the situation by standing up and pursuing someone that we haven't really been talking with. Tell me more about Capricorn. Got the Seven of Wands. Got the Four of Swords. This person thinks that you're very defensive. They feel like if they should come in sort of aggressively with words, or maybe they feel like you have aggressive words, but the Knight of Swords is aggressively coming in quickly. Coming in quickly, aggressively, I'm just going to say it. I'm not going to mince words. It could cause an argument, but I don't really care. It feels like they feel like they're going to have to leap over your boundaries, or that you're very defensive and that you really don't want to speak with them. Temperance is here. This person is feeling like they must come in aggressively and say all the things that they need to say. They're going to do it in a healing way, because the Four of Swords is here and this person's got clarity of the mind. So they're going to do it in a very sort of balanced, I'm going to say, way. Like, not aggressive in that they want to get into a fight, but, we've got Five Swords here, so it could be a difference of opinion we're looking at. But temperance here is they really want to heal the situation. They want to bring balance to the situation, or bring everything, integrate it all, and bring it all to a moment of alchemy where we finally talk about why we're so defensive with each other. Why are we so defensive in this energy here? It almost feels like a control energy, because understand that the Queen of Wands is somebody who just does their own thing. I'm in control of me. I do my own thing. I'm independent. Don't tell me what to do. I know what to do. I know how to get what I need. I'm a queen. I'm somebody who's on the throne already. But the Emperor is a person of influence. So they're somebody who has more information than the Queen. And so it almost feels like That's what it feels like. It feels like the Queen wants to do their own thing, and the Emperor might be coming in to say, can we just talk about this? Because I just want to mend things between us, and I don't want to fight. I'm trying to just be honest and truthful with you. That if you're curious and you do want to move things forward here, we can do that. It feels like a reconnection between two people. Tell me what the outcome is, please. It feels like the Emperor has romance on the mind. I'm just saying. We've got the Eight of Wands, we have the Hermit energy, and we have the Four of Pentacles. So it feels like somebody's been holding back with silence, and it's time for them now to take their shot. It really does feel like the Emperor, because the Queen of Wands knows their place, right? And I mean, when I say place, knows their worth. And this person is not going to chase things that they don't feel they're going to catch. So it feels like there is an Emperor that is showing up here. We do have the Wheel of Fortune. Things are about to change, because it feels like the person that's coming back wants to end the silence here. They want to end the silence. They've made some sort of a decision that they want to have a reunion, or that they want to have some sort of celebration, happy reunion. Can we have drinks? It feels like maybe you'll get an offer possibly to go out, and this person is making a decision to come forward and say, look, can we just close the door from the old chapter and begin new again? I know we've been detached, but we can change things if we want to, because destiny is saying it's time for things to change. We can change this whole thing between us if we want to. And it's simply by both of us walking through the same door, if you're not going to be too defensive about it. Tell me what's coming around the corner here for Capricorn. We've got the Magician, got the Eight of Pentacles, and the King of Wands. I feel like this person is going to say and do anything that they have to say and do in order to win you over. This person does see you as their divine counterpart. They are showing up as the King of Wands, very passionate as well. Both of you very good looking, very charismatic, and have a great passionate connection. So this person is showing up, even though they're the Emperor, showing up as the King of Wands, because this person, I feel, is pulling out all the stops. Like they want to have a really patient, grounded communication with you. They want to say, can we work on this? Like, because they're pulling out the Magician energy, which is all the tools. Like, I will do whatever I have to do in order to get you to agree to explore this thing with me. So it feels like someone is really very serious. Yeah. They are somebody who's used to winning. The Six of Wands is the Emperor coming back, from the fight, from the war. This is someone who's used to getting what they want. They're used to success and victory. They're used to people seeing them win. We do have the Nine of Wands here. This person feels like this is the last ditch effort. Like this is the last time that they're coming forward to ask you if we can try and move this thing forward. Because up till now, we've been holding back. It feels like somebody is coming in to say, like, it's commitment that I want. Three of Pentacles. I want to cooperate and collaborate. It's time that we got out of this friendship energy and into this energy of stability and growing things together. So Page of Cups is a brand new start in feeling things about each other. Somebody has feelings here. We've got Aries energy. We've got Sagittarius, Gemini energy, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Pisces, Gemini and Aries energy, Virgo, and more Aries. Lots of fire. All right. Aquarius, let's find out what's going on with the smarty pantses. What's going on with you, Aquarius? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Aquarius, if you're interested in a private read, please go back to the beginning of this video. I have time-stamped all the information that you need to know about how my private reads are changing and the sales that are currently on till the end of the month. Look in the pinned comment as well if you need more information. Tell me about Aquarius. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aquarius. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. Got the Wheel. Well, we've got the Page of Wands. Something's changing here big time. You are changing direction, I believe. Four of Wands. You are changing direction. I feel like you're changing direction because this Page of Wands is looking that way. It feels like you were thinking about something back there, and I think it is about your stability, but it feels like this 5 Wands energy here is telling me that you were undecided or in indecision. I'm not really sure where my 4 Wands lie. So this could be soulmate energy. This could be, am I going to move? It feels like this Wheel of Fortune is changing everything. It feels like a change of direction because the Wands are here. It's action, a change of action, it feels like. And it feels like the 10 of Pentacles being here, this definitely has something connected to your livelihood, connected to your legacy, connected to whatever is going to show up as being permanent and long-term for you. So you've changed your mind or changed your direction or changed an action. And the Page of Wands tells me that this is something that you did in a moment, or all of a sudden you had a realization or something sparked, some sort of an idea. We've got the 7 of Wands and the Strength card. The 3 of Wands is in the reverse, and then we have the Moon card and the Hermit. So silence, because things aren't what they seem. I didn't think that I saw a future, and that's why I was holding back and being defensive. I couldn't make a decision. 7 of Cups is here, which is sort of overwhelmed emotion. I wasn't really sure if I could make a decision. I want to say that the universe ducks in with the Wheel of Fortune saying, look, it's your destiny to change this whole thing. That you can make any decision that you want, no matter what decision you made before or in the past. You can change direction if you want to. The Wheel of Fortune is destiny, it's change, it's abundance, it's expansion. So it feels like the Page of Wands is excitement. It's the beginning of a new path, changing paths possibly. Tell me why the 10 of Pentacles is here. We've got the 7 of Cups. So there's the overwhelm I was talking about. Feeling like I'm not really sure which cup to pick, which is the best cup to pick. I can only pick one. 7 of Cups is clouded thinking, dreaming about it, thinking about it, but not really being able to land on anything because you have a lot of options or opportunities, possibly financial ones. Finances could be prominent here. I talked about the 4 and the 1 being 5, and then the 5 of Wands shows up to confirm to me, yes, that was correct, that we were talking about that. So the 5 of Wands is the indecision that you're feeling, but look, 5 and 5 is 10. 10 Wands are about dropping burdens. It's like you unloaded a heavy financial burden, or you've unloaded this heavy burden that you were carrying that has to do with your legacy. It almost feels like a decision has been made here, and it's really cleared some energy for you. Tell me more. We've got the Page of Pentacles. It is about some sort of an opportunity or something that you are preparing to build in the 3D. In this 3D life, right? When I say this, it's 3D is like Earth, right? The 3D Earth. And so it feels like there is some sort of an opportunity that you've been in indecision about, starting something new, getting face to face with somebody and talking about your options. It could be financial options. We have the 6 of Pentacles. You've been waiting to make some sort of a decision. Because when you go forward, you're all in. You're in with passion. You're just in. And so you've been holding back, making some sort of a decision. The decision that you're holding back on is because you are carrying this wounded warrior energy. You're carrying this energy of being hurt before. It could be traumas from the past, but you're also incredibly resilient. And it does feel like you're just around the corner from making a decision to speak with somebody, to try and get reciprocal passionate energy from someone, or give reciprocal passionate energy. It feels like the 6 of Pentacles and the King of Wands is telling me we mirror each other in our energy, or we're both attracted to each other, or we're both very passionate about this opportunity. So the 8 of Wands tells me that you want to move forward into the future passionately after having some sort of a reciprocal give and take energy or conversation with somebody here about the future, longevity. We've got the King of Swords. There you are, my friend. That is Aquarius energy. Also Libra and Gemini, because we're in a general reading. But this is the person who makes the decision that's best for everyone involved. Well, I had to take a big breath there. It feels like this is something that you have been thinking about for a while, because the King of Swords is someone who is apt to get caught up in overthinking, right? Because it's a perfection sort of issue. When when the fixed signs make a decision, and you are a fixed sign, wherever this comes up, Aquarius is a fixed sign, especially if it comes up in your sun, that you are somebody who will overthink it all in silence. You'll take it away and think about it, and make your decision based on logic and reason and facts, and you're not doing it with emotion. And to be honest here, the only emotion I see is overwhelm. So there's an overwhelming decision that you have to make here about an opportunity that I feel is going to change everything, and it's going to completely change your path. We've got the Moon energy. But what if it doesn't work out? What if I'm just reading into it something that I think I want, but it's not going to work out? I feel like you have your doubts, and that's why you've been holding back with the Four of Pentacles. Tell me what the outcome is for Aquarius, please. What's Aquarius's decision? Tell me what the outcome is for Aquarius. Because even if you, Aquarius, even if you think you should do a certain thing, if you've already executed a path to something else, you're apt to stay on that path just because you don't want to have to backtrack and say, oh, maybe that wasn't the right decision for me. And so I feel like now you're thinking about it again. It's like you're about to change your mind, and that's not something that will happen very often for an air sign. Once you make your decision, and you don't want to go back on it. Tell me what the outcome is. We have the Seven of Pentacles, so you've had a while to think about it. Feels like you're waiting for the right time to make the right decision. We've got the Emperor, and we've got the Six of Wands, and then the Emperor will move forward for the victory. So I feel like right now is a time where you're kind of holding back, thinking about it. Look, you can't fight the major arcanas. The major arcana show up because they're supposed to. They show up at the right time with precision in destiny. And so this is a destined change of path that you're taking here with the Emperor present. It's like you're in your Emperor energy, and this is exactly what the Emperor does. I make my decisions for me. Nobody tells me what to do, and regardless of how anybody feels about the decisions that I make the easy ones, I make the hard ones. And I'm in my empire, so I will make the decisions that are best for my empire. I feel like the Six of Wands is telling me that you want some sort of a victory, but you're waiting and holding back because it's not the right time to say it. You could still be thinking about it because the Seven of Cups is a lot of emotional overwhelm. Tell me what's around the corner for Aquarius. We have the Four of Swords. So you might be quiet right now. Not really making decision. Like maybe you're thinking about it, making a decision about it, fighting yourself in the mind possibly. Because I feel like there is something that you're changing your path on. And change is really hard for a fixed sign. We have the Five of Pentacles. So you've been quiet, silent with everybody. Not just one person, but I think that right now you're really tight inside your mind trying to figure out what you're going to do. You've disconnected from everything and everyone, and you're just meditating and thinking, trying to make a decision about where is the best place for me to settle down. Where's the best place for me to grow my empire? What is the best way to grow my empire? King of Pentacles is about money, energy. It's about having the Midas touch. I really do feel like you are somebody here who is really very giving and caring and loving. And so I feel like you're at a place in your life right now that you are in this Emperor energy, but I feel like you've overgiven so much to everybody that I feel like you're trying to make a decision now. It does feel like you want to change a decision. It's like you've made the decision, but now it's like you're changing path. It's destiny for you to change path because now you've figured out that there is some place else for you to grow your empire. Maybe you thought you only had one decision, so you went that way. But now you've realized that there is another path here, a new path, an exciting one. We have the 8 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. So it feels like you are disconnecting from one thing and moving into the 2 of Cups with another thing. The 8 of Cups is the detachment. I'm giving something up. The full moon is here. I'm releasing something, and then I'm moving toward the 2 of Cups. And I do believe that your 2 of Cups is probably the Queen of Wands. So somebody who is possibly has a placement that is Aries, Sagittarius, or Leo. Somebody who's a real go-getter, independent. This person stands in their own shoes, does their own thing. They kind of are similar to the Emperor in that way, where you really can't tell the Empress or the Queen of Wands what to do. The Queen of Wands does their own thing, but we do have a match set here, so I feel like you feel this person is probably your best bet because they feel like a soul connection here. We do have the moon energy, and we have the Page of Cups. So I feel that although you've been holding back and really not telling this person how you feel, 7 of Swords, it's taken you a long time to make your decision. I think you've been doing a lot of observation. You've been watching somebody here, but it feels like there is affection, respectful, affectionate love, something new that is showing up, and that's what you don't see. This person, the Queen of Wands, is someone who really deeply respects you and also who has feelings for you, the beginning of feelings for you. Quite deep, I want to say, and that's the thing that you don't see. I feel like the moon energy makes you a little bit nervous because the moon can be things aren't as they seem. And so maybe this person is trying not to let you see them sweat, right? Because they are someone who is very truthful and honest and moving forward and independent and trying to be independent in their life. And I feel like you're their perfect match. It's what it feels like, this King of Wands and Queen of Wands. We have Pisces and Cancer. We have Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo. Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got Cancer here. We've got Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn. We've got Leo here. Aries, Virgo, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and some Sagittarius energy here with Taurus as well. Whoo-wee! Feels like I've been reading forever. Tell me about Pisces. Here we are, my two fishes friends. Let's find out what's going on for Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Pisces, if you missed the announcement for what is going on in terms of the 2 sales that I have going on for private reads right now, please go roll back to the beginning of this video. There is a timestamp there. And please look in the pinned comment for any other information you need about private reads. Tell me about Pisces. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces, please. We have the Knight of Cups, Pisces. Tell me about this. We have the Hermit. We have the Ten of Swords. Someone is being quiet with you. It's been silent between you and another, but I think this is strategy. It feels like that. It feels like there are feelings here, romantic feelings, but this person is remaining silent with you out of pure strategy. I've got the Ten of Swords here. You feel like it's over. You feel like I might as well just release this. This is never going to happen for me. And then we have the Magician. Ooh. Very interesting. Because all the butterflies are here. And you've got all of the tools you need, all the resources and the skills that you need, but you're still like, what I'm trying to say there is that with the Magician, that you're magic. It feels like you are the person who has manifested something here, and because it's silent, you think it's over. But I really feel like it's silent because there is somebody here who could be a Virgo, maybe a Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius, a Gemini or Aries. Somebody here is being very strategic in the silence. The silence is strategy. So either they're thinking about what they should do, or they're making some sort of they're doing the self-audit. Am I enough? Do I have enough? Like they're in the self-audit energy. And that doesn't mean that things are over or not going to happen. It just means that maybe this person is quietly manifesting. We've got the Four of Pentacles. Somebody is holding back from the Empress. You could be the Empress. The Empress, it has the wisdom of all of the queens. Somebody who is on her own, doing her own thing. Masculine or feminine, I say her because there's a woman on the card, but don't let that confuse you. Somebody who is pregnant with an idea, somebody who is in business for themselves, somebody who is creating things, multiplying things. It feels like you feel that this person is holding back from you. And maybe you feel like it's for a nefarious reason. The Devil here. It feels like somebody is very much attached to you. Yeah. They are very attracted to you as well, Pisces. Tell me about this Knight of Cups, because the Knight of Cups is moving passively, understand. They're moving strategically. I don't want to drop any of the emotions that are in this cup. We've got the Ace of Cups. Oh, that's very interesting because he has this oyster, clam, I don't know, shell, and then we open it and there's a pearl. So it feels like this person is thinking about opening up emotionally. If they are somebody who's a Virgo or a Gemini, I guess it could be any sign really. It feels like this person is being strategic about the way they open up because it almost feels like they don't feel like they are enough. And the Hermit is somebody who's Virgo. And Virgo's very hard on themselves. And it's not to say that Virgo doesn't know who they are. They know their worth, but they're always really hard on themselves. So they're always going to go in and check with themselves first before they decide to make a decision here. The Queen of Swords, and that is the decision maker. We do have Gemini energy here, the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Pentacles. So this is going really slow. And because it's going really slow and there is a certain silence right now, Pisces, you're just letting it go or releasing it and saying, well, it must be over. This person doesn't really want to talk to me anymore. But I want to say to you that this silence is strategic and that this person is thinking about opening up to you emotionally, possibly a mixture of opening up emotionally but keeping boundaries, if that makes sense. It feels like this person wants to get it out all on the table. Let's just talk about it. Let's be truthful and honest about it. And you're not going to hurt my feelings. Just tell me how it is. So we could be talking about a Libra, an Aquarius, or a Gemini. It feels like somebody here has a hard time opening themselves up, is going to be opening themselves up. We've got the Knight of Pentacles here. This person has a goal in mind. It's like they feel very connected to you, or maybe you guys have known each other for a long time. And the Two of Cups is here. So this person, I feel with the Six and the Two of Cups, there's Eight of Cups here, they're detached from their emotions. It feels like this person is somebody who runs in Pentacles. They could be an earth sign. Somebody who's very logical and precise and patient and moves very slow and wants to make sure that they're going in the right direction, doing the right thing. It does feel like this person is detaching from something or is detached from their feelings. Now the Two of Cups is here and the Six of Cups is here. And so it does feel like you have nostalgia or they have good memories with you and they're slowly going over those memories, thinking about them, going over them. And the Two of Cups is here. So they are feeling very, feeling emotional. Like there's an emotional back and forth between you two that works out really well, that they know you feel the same way that they do. But I don't think you know how they feel because I don't think that they've said so. Look at that. The Ten of Wands is here. So somebody is about to drop the burdens and take action. They don't want to be stuck at the crossroads any longer than they have to be. But this person has been carrying around a mental burden about how to make things work between you and them. They're not really sure, but they just want to put it all out on the table here. We've got the Lovers. So this person has an undeniable connection to you, and they're about to make a choice. And the choice is to leave this place of the Two of Wands at the crossroads because it's an agonizing place to be. We're not taking action. We're not going backwards. We're not going forwards. It feels like somebody here needs to drop their burdens at the crossroads and head over to you. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. Okay. So something is about to move forward here. Everything is about to change. So if there's silence that you're in right now, please know that it's strategic silence. That this person, that's the way they figure things out, is they get very quiet. And it feels like the Queen of Wands, whether feminine or masculine, is the person who gets very quiet so they can think things through. Because they're making logical, rational, factual choices and decisions. It's not going to be emotional. It's going to be strategic. It's a strategy. It feels like, though, with the Wheel of Fortune here, that something is about to change. So if this person has been stuck, not being able to make a decision, something's about to change and move forward. And what's moving forward is, in a fortunate way, is love. This person can't deny that there is a really deep connection between you and them. The Wheel of Fortune is about change. It's also about divine timing and destiny and expansion. So I think somebody wants to expand on this lover's energy here. They're willing to be vulnerable. They're going to drop their burdens and open up to you emotionally. Tell me what the outcome is for Pisces, please. We've got the 7 of Pentacles. We've got the 9 of Pentacles and the 6 of Wands. This person sees you as somebody who's very independent, somebody who really carries themselves well, who's very eloquent, might be someone who is in business for themselves. They also see you as someone that's holding yourself back from them, because this is the pre-Empress energy, and the Empress does not chase. That you're learning that whatever is yours, you must build it for yourself, or you must feel this self-worth to build it by yourself. And when you build it, they will come. That's what it feels like here. So the 6 of Wands is here, and it feels like there is victory and success in your future, that you're about to get a lot of attention from somebody who I feel is about to change everything for you. We've got the 4 of Cups, the 5 of Cups. So somebody goes from being in this place of being quiet, silent, by themselves, comfort zone, to feeling like, I'm going to be in a lot of regret if I don't just make a move. If I don't say something, I'm going to be in a lot of regret. The Knight of Wands and the 3 of Swords. I don't want to regret it later. I need to make a move, or I'm going to regret it later. Tell me what's around the corner for Pisces. Tell me what's around the corner for Pisces, please. Tell me what's around the corner for Pisces. We've got the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse. We've got the 7 of Cups and the Page of Pentacles, and the 8 of Wands is on the bottom of the deck. So there is going to be some sort of a face-to-face meeting. It's going to be an overwhelmingly emotional thing. I feel like with the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse, that somebody here has decided to release themselves from structure. So it feels like somebody here, like when they make a decision, they don't go back. When they make a plan, they stick to the plan. Regardless of whether they think the end result is going to yield in something that's bountiful, this person will just stick to the plan. So I feel like this person with the 8 of Pentacles in the reverse is somebody who's deciding that maybe they need to change their plan. But it's very emotionally overwhelming for them, because they are somebody who usually just sticks to the plan. But we have this 8 of Wands, which tells me things are about to move forward here in a very quick way. Somebody here is about to pursue, make a decision, stand up in their emperor's shoes and say, this is what I want. Somebody is about to make a big decision. And look, it's a big decision for the emperor, because the emperor doesn't go in unless they think they're going to win. So they must feel like there are mutual feelings here, or they wouldn't bother. We've got the 2 of Swords, and that's where we end it here. So I feel like this person is toggling, sort of thinking about making a decision about the 2 of Cups and about the Hierophant here. So it feels like somebody is thinking about commitment. How is that going to look? Do I make a decision about commitment? Because I really do feel like there is enough energy here between us to keep this commitment moving in the right direction. So we do have Gemini, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Sagittarius. We do have Gemini and Aries energy. We have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy here. We also have, yeah, this is balance. This person is trying to remain in balance while they make their decision. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We also have Leo. I'm going to leave that right there for you. Thank you so much for watching up to here. If you were a cross watcher, thanks for watching this, Pisces. I do appreciate you. I'm going to go for now, but I'll be back because I'm always back, and I'll be back with the weekly reads. You guys take care. Bye-bye.